There's one right there. And there's one right over our heads. Yeah.
When your life's research is bats, a big night out looks different.
Oh, I love this. I can't get enough of this.
For weeks, these researchers from the University of British Columbia have been in parks in and around Vancouver at dusk, trying to capture and track bats in the city.
All right, I got one wing. I know, sweetheart.
The bats are weighed,
She seems kind of light.
measured,
33.1.
and even milked to see if they're lactating females.
That tiny little drop of milk that's just touching my glove right there.
And if they're large enough, tagged with transmitters. The hope is to gather enough data to know how many there are before danger strikes.
So now I'm going to do a wing swab on both her wings for PD.
PD, or Pseudogymnoascus destructans, the fungus that causes white nose syndrome, was detected in BC this year. It forces bats out of hibernation in winter when there's no food, so they starve.
Out east, that up to 95, even higher percentages of the population have been lost when white nose comes around, and so that might happen here as well.
Little brown bats like these, common in Vancouver, are now considered endangered. Researcher Jordy Sagers witnessed the destruction a decade ago in Nova Scotia.
It was devastating to see. We were literally walking on corpses as we entered the cave. There were just thousands of dead bats lying on the ground there.
Sagers says there's still no cure for white nose, only preventative treatments. But getting it to the bats is a challenge.
In the West, but actually also in the East, basically everywhere, we don't know where the majority of our bats are.
The hope is with studies like this, scientists can find and protect the bats first before it's too late.
There goes that one.
Leanne Young, CBC News, Vancouver.